Hello, this is what came through for February 14th, 2026. So, I want to have a little bit of a discussion here because this even has to do with one of the things that kind of came through for me last night. Um, and I was even talking about this yesterday, not on camera, but just discussing how I want to make sure that what what I'm doing and what things that I'm talking about um, aren't instilling any additional like fear or concern or uh, anything like that. My goal was to come on here was never to be any sort of addition to anything negative, and I don't think that I am, but I think that sometimes some of the things that can come through can make people worry, be concerned, have all these like questions and what ifs, and it's great to question things, but I do not want anything to have like instilling more fear into anybody. So I just started feeling like I wanted to make sure that when I'm talking about things, that I'm not always, I'm going to be more mindful about it. I want to make sure that I'm not talking about things that could be taken in a negative way or that are not so great things. Obviously, we need to talk about everything. It's not good to filter ourselves, but I want to make sure that we're having a discussion about it and that I am not saying something and making anybody think like, oh gosh, what now? What do we do? Um, so when I talk about things, I might talk about them a little bit differently and maybe more like in like a story form or talking about experiences like I've done in these past few. I've really enjoyed like how I've done that. I know the videos have been a little bit longer, but I think it's important to have really good discussions, enlightening discussions, awakening discussions, right? That's the goal here. That's what I want to do. I want us as this like collective group who are having these conversations and talking about these things that might be crazy at first, but then you start to dig deeper and watch other things and see other things and hear other things, and these pieces start to be put together in this puzzle, and it all starts coming together, and you're like, okay, wow, maybe things are not as they seem. But the end goal here of everything is that we are elevating and we are awakening and we are coming into this what a lot of us call, it's called this 5D, right? We're moving from this 3D to this 5D, and it's a wonderful thing, and there are a lot of things that are going to happen between now and then, that comes with like feeling this sickness that I felt. I think it was very much a part of like another energy upgrade. That's not a great thing to feel, but if it's part of it, it's just part of it. Lots of like not great things coming out, but things are coming out, right? When you talk about these stories and files and like whatever it is, things are coming out, things are being talked about. That's important for this to happen. So I just want to double down on that the end goal for all of this is that we're getting to a better place for literally like Earth, right? We're getting to a better place because we're not letting these things that we have always grown up for generations and generations telling us to believe this and believe that and watch this and watch that, and what we're telling you is the truth. We're not believing that anymore. We understand. We can figure it out for ourselves because we know 1 plus 1 equals 2. It doesn't equal 3, which is what we've been told, right? That's what it feels like. Because you start to think that you're thinking wrong and that you're crazy, but we're not, okay? I know that was long, but I want to talk about that. It's because I had a dream, and it was very vivid, and I didn't recognize anybody, and we were on this new journey, and fresh new water was coming and flowing into it from the ocean, and we were starting over. We talked about building homes out of wood and like being very simple and going in this journey together, and we were just all walking as the water was trickling behind us and filling up the space to build this beautiful path of water that we were going to have at this new place we were going to be. So when I sat with that and asked, that is what I was supposed to come and talk about today, was this, starting fresh with this, making sure that it's intentional, that it is just what I intentionally wanted it to be. And I'm going to continue that. I'm obviously, if the things are extremely vivid and important and I'm being asked to mention it, I will still obviously bring that kind of stuff up. But I want to make sure that we're talking about things and having conversations and opening up and opening those, maybe those uncomfortable things up a little bit, talking about them. I love the discussions we have in here. It's really important. And it's really great. So I appreciate all of you who have participated in all of this. And I'm just really excited to continue on with that for sure. So yeah, that was my dream that came through, and my explanation as to why I felt compelled to kind of tell all of that before I talked about that dream. It was extremely vivid. It was a beautiful dream. I loved I woke up from it, and I felt just this like sense of like renew and refresh, and it was really cool. So hopefully that resonates with you. And let me know your thoughts about all of that as well. I love the open discussions we have. These conversations are really great and important for me as well. It helps me stay enlightened, helps me continue on in doing this and bringing those messages in, sitting with them a little bit more, talking to my guides even deeper about what is the point of what I just saw, what I dreamt about, and really digging in a little bit deeper. So that's my goal with this going forward.